Good morning. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. You all know the drill. Come on, say it with me. Wake up and win, wake up and win, wake up and win. Good morning. I gotta work these locks out. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Wake Up and Win Live with your girl, Dr. Najuma. Super excited to be on with you all this morning. The screen is a little off right now, but we're not going to trip about that right now because we have so much good stuff to get into. So, good morning, everyone, and thank you for being tuned in to Wake Up and Win Live with your girl, Dr. Najuma. It is a marvelous Thursday. It's a marvelous and wonderful Thursday, and I'm glad to be on with each and every one of you. For those that may be tuning in live or watching the replay live, I'm your girl, Dr. Najuma Smith. I am a minister. I do a lot of civic engagement work here in Los Angeles, and I am a interpersonal development coach, meaning I combine spirituality, Christianity, and personal mastery work. And so I do coaching with individuals who want to be better, but also do it within the context of a Christian framing. So that's what I do. That's who I am. But I also am the founder of this wonderful thing, Wake Up and Win, which is really just a mechanism to share with you tips, tools, things that I've learned in my journey of healing and going through grief. I do believe you can go through a major loss, restore, recover, rebuild, refresh, renew, and win again. That you can go through a major loss. You can recover and you can win again. And so our Wake Up and Win time is dedicated to offering you tips, tools, and teachings that will help you get up, get out there, and go win. So, we are in a series on self belief. And so, today is part 3 of our series on the power of self belief. The power of self belief. Today is part 3 on the power of self belief. So, let's get into it. And if you missed the last 2 parts, you can actually just go back to a couple of the last 2 videos in this series, the Wake Up and Win series, and they will be on the power of self belief. So you can go back and watch those. And so stay tuned with us for the future parts of the series on the power of self belief. And also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. So feel free to share this out with someone. Certainly like it and then subscribe to our channel if you're not already a subscriber. So let's get into the power of self-belief, part 3, which is all about influence. So I shared with you all part of why I started this series on self-belief. I was impressed by a character in a show. But the character in this drama series is based on a true story. So the character was a real person or is a real person. And one of the things that I was struck by was throughout the thread in the life of this individual, which also helped them to be successful in what they were doing, was their own self-belief, right? That they had a really strong sense of self-belief. They had a really strong sense of self-belief. And the thread throughout the program that I was watching, that was a depiction of the life of this real individual, is that you saw the thread throughout the series because the person kept saying, well, I believe in myself, or I believe in this, but I believe in myself, or I believe in my ideas. I believe. And so it was consistent, at least in the first 3 seasons that I watched, right? Um, and we're waiting on season 4 to come out. So I was so moved by that I was like, oh, let's talk about the power of self-belief, because I can attest that part of what has allowed me to go through a major loss, or actually a few of them, recover and win again, is getting to the place of believing myself again, right? Again, we believe here at Wake Up and Win that you can go through a major loss, traumatic experience, challenge, you can fully recover, and you can win again. You can get back out there and win. But part of what has happened between the recovery and getting back out there and winning again is believing in oneself, right? It's believing in oneself, right? And so the power of self-belief, part 3, is all about influence. That when we begin to assert and really show that we believe in ourselves, it actually influences other people. And what I mean by that is other people are encouraged, influenced to either follow or buy your product or buy into whatever service you're offering or say yes and agreement to go with you in a direction. When people tend to follow other people who are confident and believe in themselves. And so part of what has to happen, especially if you're in sales, is that you have to have a strong sense of self-belief. Even even if you don't um, you don't have it like other people, you must get to the place where you develop a sense of self-belief. And if you are in any kind of business with sales, you definitely have to have self-belief. Why? Because when I believe in myself, and when I assert my belief in myself, when I share my belief in myself, it will influence and encourage other people to either follow along with me or buy into my product or service. If nothing else, listen to me. And so it's important that when I say me, I'm just saying general sense, me, us, we, right? When we operate with a strong sense of self belief, the influence on other people can be very profound. There are people who have used their belief in themselves to influence people to do very horrible things in this life. And we see that with cases where you have a major narcissist, right? A psychopathic narcissist who convinces other people to commit crimes on their behalf, right? This is typically someone who believes very sincerely in themselves, but also in their ability to control, manipulate, et cetera, et cetera. And I don't want to get too far into that. But the point being is that when I healthily believe in myself, when I have a healthy dose of self-belief, it is influential. It is influential to gaining followers on these social medias when we believe in ourselves, right? It is influential when we are selling a product or service and we believe in our product or service. It influences people to buy, right? It influences people to take advantage of your sale and your discount. It is important to how we move forward that we have a strong sense of self-belief and the impact it makes to influence other people. Now, I'm not suggesting that you wake up tomorrow deciding I'm going to influence everybody. I'm going to move people to do. We want to be purposed influencers, right? We want to be purposed influencers. So we don't want to just get out there and renegade and try to make people follow us. That's manipulation. We're not into that. But as it relates to getting back out there and winning again, and saying yes to the thing that God's called you to do, getting back to the thing in life that you love and enjoy, self belief is going to be key if you're going to make any kind of impact or any kind of influence. If you're going to move people in any direction, if you're going to get people to subscribe to your whatever it is that you're sharing, it's going to require self belief because people are attracted to and tend to follow, to trust, to buy into or buy from people that they can see has a strong sense of self-belief and confidence. People are, even if an individual themselves does not have a strong sense of self-belief, if the person doing the sales, if the person is trying to move the crowd, if the person that's speaking or sharing, whatever the case might be, if the coach has a strong sense of self-belief, they will influence others. You will see influence. You will have influence. You will be an influencer. But it does require you and I to have a strong sense of self-belief. And that self-belief out into the marketplace, out into the world with purpose and destiny can make great, powerful impact and influence. So if you don't think you are an influencer, you absolutely are. And the opposite is very true as well. If you don't have a sense of self-belief, you will also influence people, but you will often influence them if you don't have a strong sense of self-belief. If you don't believe in yourself, you will also influence people, but you will influence people not to trust you. You will influence people not to listen to you, not to buy from you. Because if you don't believe in you, why should anybody else? Right? So self-belief is powerful because it does give to us or create in us the ability to influence, whether that's for in a very powerful and positive direction or a negative direction. Our self-belief can influence both sides of the spectrum. And the question for you and I is, how do I want to influence people? Do I want to influence people to trust what I'm saying, to buy into my product or services, to follow me on these social media streets, whatever the case might be? Or am I trying to push people away? Am I trying to get people not to trust and believe what I'm offering? Am I trying to not get back out there and win? Wherever strong sense of self-belief, no self-belief. Strong sense of self-belief creates one outcome or influence. No self-belief, lack of self-belief, a very low sense of self-belief creates another set of impacts and influences, and we want to be over here with it. We want to be over here with it. So when you walk with a strong sense of self-belief, I believe in myself, I bring my whole self to the space because I believe in myself. If that's you, get ready to make influence. If that's you, you will make influence in this world. And don't be surprised. The more your self belief grows, the more influence you will make. Now, I also share with you all many times where I am an inner personal development coach, inner personal development coach, personal mastery coach. And so we combine spirit and Christian values and teachings with personal development, personal mastery. And it really is about developing the inner person, right? Because when I develop the inner person, everything on the outside changes. So if that's you, if you're looking for a coach, if you want to do some work, send me a message, DM me, um, or click the link in the description below, and let's talk. Otherwise, have an amazing Thursday. And you all know our mantra, let's get up, let's get out there, and let's go win. I'm out, y'all. Peace.